Welcome to part 2 of the Cherry computer analysis and everything needed to be done in technology. I'm going to go over operating systems first in this second part. Honestly, the best PC operating system you can use is Windows 7. Either that or modern Linux or Ubuntu. Those are the best ones you can use. I'm gonna warn you, and as I warned in one of the pamphlets that comes with my Cherry computer, Windows 10 and 11 are just dangerous operating systems with their updates that harm the computer. They bring malware, and it's just a sick crime that Microsoft and Google like to do. Google with Chrome OS. And there are mandatory updates that are, they're mandatory on Windows 10 and 11, but you don't get them at all on Windows 7, so you're safe. Now, Mac OS, on the other end, is good. That's a good thing about Apple, is that they don't corrupt computers. They only just try and, make computers closed in and make it so that you need to get a new computer if you need something more about your computer. And yes, I know Microsoft and Google are doing the same, but the reason why I have a Mac is that. A Mac laptop. Because of the software. And that MacBook Air is just running out of storage. I've only used it since 2020. Man. So we're waiting for the train to New Hyde Park from here in Mineola. But there are other operating systems that are even older that are still considered to be great. Now, most people don't like Windows Vista because of what happened in the beginning with all this glitchiness. Did solve some problems from Windows XP, like stopping these downloads from happening automatically on the computer, but came a lot of consequences until later on when it was fixed with the bugs. But Windows 7, however, was the fix those bugs and made an even better version of Windows Vista, because the two operating systems are almost the same. Only that Windows Vista is greener and in color scheme, and then Windows 7 is blue, like Windows XP is. But yeah, Windows XP, that is the best operating system ever. Regardless, with regard to time when it was new. You did the updates via your disk, via your optical drive. Something I claim is important and always will be important to having optical drives. If not, then using an SD card slot would be the alternative. But those things get swallowed by pet cats, pet dogs, and babies. And then you'll lose them, and then health problem with whoever swallowed it. DVDs, on the other hand, are much larger. And are safer to use. I mean, why get rid of the optical drive? Later is going to come a video where I talk about criticisms to Apple's design and mention how people were so much smarter back then with their criticism than they are today. But Windows XP was a great operating system. It still should be used today by some people running Cherry computers. And it still will be. Some of the lowest end spec netbooks, ones that have less than 2 gigabytes of RAM, will run Windows XP because of the system requirements. These will be cheap ones. Don't know the price, but it's going to be very cheap. Sort of like a Chromebook. There are also plans to release one of those 1 gigabyte netbooks based off of Danger Force and that girl Lele. So I'm not going to use my OCD to overclock them so highly so that they draw hundreds of watts of power like I would in my OCD of how climactic and hot the shows are. So no, I'm not going to do what you think I would do. Next, I'm going to talk about clock speed. How Bulldozer is very efficient, can reach high clock speeds under power states. Especially the mobile CPUs are more efficient than the Ryzen mobile. At least up until Zen 3 Plus. Because like going from 7 to 6 and then 6 to 5 is like 2 whole nanometer jumps, 2 whole generational jumps instead of just 1 for TSMC. They've done a good job. Just imagine like going to Intel 3 would be. But yeah, Bulldozer, great processor, great overclocking. Just need to manage the power a little better and manage it to optimize it. That's what I'm gonna do, because 8 cores on Bulldozer, 32 nanometers at 125 watts can reach 5.3 gigahertz base. Just imagine the type of turbos you can reach, because Bulldozer has an advantage over Ryzen when it comes to turbos. It has half load and full load instead of number of cores. So you can use a half load turbo, which covers all the cores. And there you have it. High clock speeds, lower power. It's 11 o'clock now, so I've only got like a few minutes until the train comes. I may be talking about something else on my way back from New Hyde Park. Then there are the 4-core Bulldozer processors, the mobile and the APU. And those were very power efficient. Yeah. The versions marked by Progressive Computing are going to be labeled the same in a similar APU fashion, but with different numbers. And then they're going to be named after Roman gods. At least the CPUs, not CPUs and some of the APUs. Like there's going to be the Mars CPU, and then for low end replacing Athlon, it would be Phobos and then Demios for Sempron, Mars and its 2 moons. It's going to be awesome. There's also going to be ultra low voltage processors, those being APUs. Like you can get 4 cores under 32 nanometers, both either Janyo or Bulldozer, which would mean pile driver, not Bulldozer, because they skip right to pile driver on with the APUs. Yeah. So either one, you'll be able to get up to 3.1 gigahertz base clock on 15 watt power state. Subtract 300 megahertz to get 11.5 watts, much like the suitable Morello Book Air processor, similar to how the 4250U was clocked lower, but it was still 15 watts, not 11.5. And keep in mind, there are also dual-core processors that can boost over a gigahertz higher at base clock. And you're probably wondering, why am I always talking about base clock? Well, I'm saying base clock matters because it tells you how much the processor would draw when it's at turbo boosting of a certain rate. I mean, people have completely forgotten about base clocks in CPUs. They've just completely forgotten. So using the Bulldozer CPUs and the Cherry computers is going to be a great thing compared to the newer Zen CPUs that supports more OSs that are safe to use. And Zen 4 completely gets rid of Zen 4 completely gets rid of the support for Windows 7. What's up with that? Okay. Sorry, the train's traction motors make sound. Got it backwards 2 cars. I mean, normally the odd number goes north. This time it's going south. Carl Place. So yes, this is going to be amazing. My video's at the 11-minute mark, I'm going to cut it here.